Hello Darklings, I'm Dark Minna the Gone, but you can call me Minna, and today we are doing a unicorn makeup inspired by Fragrant Jewels Unicorn Bathbomb. Alright, we're back. Face is on, eyebrows are mostly hidden. I did my best. It's been a while since I've actually covered eyebrows, and I was like, lost my touch with this. So I'm gonna have to practice that a bunch soon, eventually. But for right now, so today's makeup, I don't have like an actual template drawn out like I normally do, or at least try to, because otherwise like it's kind of a mess. But we're gonna see how it goes. So basically, this is going to be based off of Fragrant Jewels Unicorn Bathbomb, which they did send me, and this is the reason why I'm doing it, is they sent me this bath bomb, and I don't have it right now, because I've already, and this is the ring that I received. So I'm doing this makeup inspired by this bath bomb, and since I don't have something drawn up, all I have is this Monster Girl avatar that I made on Monster Girl Game as a template. And also what I have is this, which last year, I think. Last year I did the 4 emojis challenge. Maybe it was 2 years ago. No, it was last year. It was last year. I remember now. So last year I did the 4 emoji challenge, and this is one that my friends gave me. It was unicorn, sunflower, strawberry, star. That's the 4 emojis that she gave me. And so this is what I came up with. And so the unicorn that I'm doing today, I'm going to do a similar makeup as this, but with the blue, purple, and pink, the bisexual colors that the Unicorn Bath Bomb is from Fragrant Jewel. And I'm probably going to make a bunch of TikTok videos duetting this unicorn from last year and kind of do like a sister thing. And so I'm going to be using like the same horn and ears and kind of in the same concept of the makeup, but changing the colors to fit this new unicorn. So I'm super excited, and let's get straight into it. Let's go!
Starting with a shimmering light blue color, I cover my eyebrow bone. I wasn't planning for this eyeshadow to be so opaque, but it helped me gain the dramatic look I wanted. Next, I take a solid blue eyeshadow to my crease and blend it out into the shimmery eyeshadow on my brow. Taking a dark blue color on a fluffy brush, I then went into my crease. On a slimmer fluffy brush, I took a dark gray blue color into my crease to further define it. Finally, I took a shimmery blue color to cover my eyelid. Once I was done with that, I just couldn't leave it alone and added a sparkly eyeshadow that was about the same color as what was already on my lid, making it very pretty. I used the same blue and dark blue colors I used earlier on my crease under my eyes. First, I took the blue all the way across my eye. And then I took the dark blue only to the corners of my eyes. And to finish off my eyeshadow, I took a very light blue, almost white, shimmery eyeshadow to highlight the corners of my eyes. Moving on to my contour, I started with a purple color over my temples and then brought it down over my entire forehead and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Once that was done, I took the same purple to define my cheekbones and a smidgen on my cheeks, similar to how I would use a bronzer. From there, I moved on to contouring my nose with the same purple. Because this look is for a unicorn, I wanted to make my nose look bigger and broad, kind of like a horse's face. So I started the contour on the sides of my nose a little lower than I normally would. Once I thought the sides were okay, I made sure to add purple to the front of my nose as well to give it a more rounded look. I decided to go over the purple over my forehead one more time, and while I was doing that, I decided to add more purple to my cheeks as if I was blushing with it. Finally moving away from purple, I took a blue color and redefined all of my contour with it. Now I had to pull out the purple one more time because I almost forgot to cover my neck. So with the same purple I used for my contour and for my forehead, I am simply covering my neck. Finally moving on from contour, I pulled out my highlight. To keep with the color scheme, I actually used a pink highlighter. I concentrated a lot on the bridge of my nose and my forehead to, again, make the illusion that my nose is bigger than it actually is. And of course, I took special time for my favorite highlight, my Cupid's bow. Moving on to my blush. I was originally going to use a light pink for this, but changed my mind. Instead, I took a dark pink color with a little shimmer to it to cover my cheeks. Slowly, I moved from my cheeks and started covering my nose, making sure to go under my eyes and the tip of my nose so everything was very pink. I personally really don't like the whiteness under the eye when adding this kind of blush, and so that's why I make sure to go under the eye and make sure everything is pink. Next, I started my eyebrows. Using pink face paint, I took a rounded brush to make dots over both my eyes before carefully adding the tails. I was planning for my brows to be small teardrops, but I kept messing up and they ended up longer than I originally wanted. But I do like how they turned out because they did stay the shape that I wanted at least. Moving on to the longest process of this makeup, placing the stars on my forehead. To begin, I used white face paint to place small dots as a template to know where to put the stars. Once that was done, I moved on to actually gluing down the stars on my forehead with spirit gum. Normally when I do this, I use tweezers to place the stars on my head, but I didn't know where my tweezers were at the time and had to make do. So instead, I used the tip of one of my brushes and it worked really well. So I realized immediately after I did the stars that I made a mistake, and I should have done the glitter first and then glued the stars down. But oh well, it worked out. Using my glitter applicator, I started with a purple glitter and spread it across my forehead, being careful around the stars. What I found that worked best for this, because I accidentally put the stars on first, is that I would place the glitter and then I would roll the applicator to spread it. Once I felt that my forehead was well enough covered, I moved on to my neck. Thankfully, it was way easier to cover because I didn't have to be as careful. I switched between using my applicator and my hand to get the glitter to cover more of my neck faster. As soon as I was done with the purple, I moved on to a pink glitter. I placed the pink glitter over my neck and my forehead along with the purple. Once I was done with that, I also added a blue glitter. Unfortunately, my camera stopped filming at some point, and I didn't get footage of adding white freckles over my cheeks and nose. To add the freckles, I simply used white face paint on a pointed brush and randomly dotted over my face until I was satisfied with how they looked. I also put my contacts in at this point. Moving forward, I decided to tightline my eyes with white instead of my usual black to make my eyes look bigger. It was at this moment that I realized how obnoxiously large my eyes really looked, and I love it. I decided against any kind of eyeliner and moved straight to putting on my eyelashes instead. It had been so long since I had used eyelashes that weren't magnetic that it took me a minute to get them on. But eventually I got it. And lastly, I started my lips with a light blue lip liner that I topped off with a matching lipstick.
Ta-da! And here we have it, the finished product. I am so in love with this eyeshadow and lipstick combo, and with the blue dress, I'm just about it. The wig, I love this. I think it turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. The only thing is I kind of wish I went a little darker with the purple down my neck. Like if I should have gone like more done more down it and done more purple, only because when I did the I almost called them sprinkles. When I did the glitter, it took off some of the color because of all the rubbing, and so it's nowhere near as purple as I wanted, but it still looks good, it still works. And so I'm super excited. Excuse me for like continuously fixing the bangs. This wig needs a little bit of help, and I wish I pulled it out a little sooner before I decided to do this look, aka day of when I decided to do this look, because then I probably would have realized that the bangs and the wig needed a little help, but it's okay, it's gonna work for today, and I love how it looks. I'm super excited, and yeah, here we are. Thank you so much for joining in today and watching me do this. If you follow this makeup tutorial and do a look of your own with this, please tag me. I want to see it. If you like this video, please attack, respectively of course, that like button. And if you would like to see more, attack that subscribe button as well. And if you're feeling real spunky, click that bell icon to get notified whenever I post. If you'd like to see more of my content, such as the TikToks that I'm going to be doing in this look, you are more than welcome to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, all of which are down below. Thank you so much for joining. Until next time, darklings. Bye-bye.